Hi, good morning everybody. It's Thursday, the 11th of June. Welcome to your Thursday morning workout. 2 more days of the week, and then it's Friday tomorrow, and then it's weekend. So we have 3 different options for you today. All right, so option 1, we've got 1 round. Only have to do this one time, but we're doing a max set of pistols. So you're going to do as many pistols on the left leg as you can, as many pistols on the right leg as you can. So if you're good with pistols, you can do pistols. We're looking for 1 set, as many reps as you can. You've got to make it burn, you've got to make it hurt as much as you can. That's the whole point. Only doing it once. Okay? Once you've done your pistols, you can rest a little bit. Next, we do a max set of hamstringers, which we're going to show you. We don't think most of you are going to be able to manage this unless you've got like a really slippery floor somewhere with good socks that can slide up and down, but we'll show you what the hamstringers are. As many reps as you can. You know, make it burn, make it hurt. 1 rep, done. Okay? And then we do a max set of handstand push-ups. Right? If you've got handstand push-ups, we can do handstand push-ups. If you can't go up and do that, we can do hand release push-ups. We do some kind of a pike progression. Again, as many reps as you can. So option number 1 is you do 1 round and you do as many reps of those as you can, and potentially whatever progression we're going to use for that. Okay. Option round number 2 is that we scale the movements down slightly, but you end up doing 2 rounds of max effort. Right, so we're going to do max set of pistols. We can do reverse lunges if you want to do reverse lunges. We can do glute bridges. We may do wall climbs as options. And then the 3rd round is, instead of doing max effort on every single movement, what we're going to do is you're going to break it down. We're going to do 5 rounds of 10 reps of each of those movements. Okay, so you end up doing about 50 reps in total. And that'll give us about the total cumulative kind of volume that we're looking for, hopefully to achieve somewhere there. Okay? Or what will happen is you're not going to reach the level of fatigue and the level of breakdown in your workout. That will give you a slightly different training stimulus. So, option number 1, max set of pistols. So if you're going to do pistols, we're going to do pistols. Pistols on your box. What are we looking for? Single leg squat. So if you're going to do a pistol, back straight, stomach tight, hips press back, touch, up, press back up. This could be your first progression. Okay, sitting back, single leg, touch onto a chair, come back up, standing. If you want to do it hanging onto a wall or onto a door, you can do that. If you've got pistols where you can go all the way back down onto the floor, heels, glutes to the heels, you can do pistols. If you can't do pistols, your option is to do a reverse lunge. So from there, stepping back, up, press up. We did some reverse lunges yesterday, but it wasn't too many. Okay, and what you can do is you can do 1 set of reverse lunges, all as many reps as you can. 1 leg, hop, press, 2, hop, press, 3. You're probably going to get to 15, 20, 30, maybe up to as much as 40 reverse lunges on the single leg. If you're not doing reverse lunges, you can also do step-ups. 1 leg, press up, and you're trying to do as many step-ups on that single leg as you can. Right? If you can't do single leg work, if you're not doing reverse lunges, if you're not doing step-ups, you can't do pistols, air squats. Okay, sit back, up, 1 round of air squats. If you want to add some weight to make it a little bit more difficult, air squats, add some weight for your air squats. That is going to be your pistols, lunges, step-ups, air squats. Next one, we're looking for hamstringers. So hamstringers look something like this. Actually, I can't do it on this floor, but what you can do, preferably with your shoes off, weight in the heels, start with your legs out straight, and what you do is you're going to bring your heels in, and as you bring your heels in, your hips go up at the same time. So it's not a hips up first, it's almost like a sliding gauge, and then as you keep your hips up, you're pulling your heels in and you bring your legs up. You're going to feel the work hamstrings to slide those heels in, and glutes working to keep the bridge up nice and high. If you can do hamstring sliders, what works really well is socks on a laminate floor or on a slippery floor or tiles or something. Normally works really well, as long as the work isn't on the low back, not on the knees. Stomach stays nice and tight. If you can't do hamstrings, you can do a bridge. Leg comes up, and you're trying to do as many single leg bridges, squeezing up as high as you can. It's much work. If you want to make a little bit more of a progression, okay, we're going to turn to the side. You're going to bring your feet up into an object. And so from there, I'm going to move to the side here for you. Okay, you can move for me. So from there, hips on the side. Make sure the weight's in the middle of the foot. When it comes up, and I press up. Roll back down on 1. Press up. Roll back 2. What I'm not doing is arching my back. Pull the ribcage down so this is engaged. Work on the hips and the glutes. Roll back 3. Press up. Roll back down 4. Okay, that is going to be your single leg bridges. There's many reps on the left, as many reps on the right. That's going to be your second movement. Next one, handstand push-ups. So we'll start on the floor while we're down here. You can do hand release push-ups as your first option. So from there, knees on the floor, chest to floor, come back down, hand release, press up, lift the knees. Hand release, push up, lift the knees. Hand release, push up, lift the knees. If you can do strict handstand push-ups, knees come off the floor. 1, 2, and you do as many reps as can until you can't get off the floor anymore. Okay? If you've got handstand push-ups, you can either pop up into the wall, do handstand push-ups up on the wall. If you want to do some kind of a progression, feet up on the box, pike, push the shoulders, head to touch a pillow, touch the floor, get as many handstand push-ups in the overhead position as you can. One set, as many reps as possible. Okay, so that's the score. The goal is to work as hard as you can through one set. If you need to scale it down, okay, so that max effort work doesn't always work in terms of your ability to work hard. What we're looking for is we can scale it down slightly. It may not be a complete max effort. You're working up to 80 or 90%, and you're going for 2 rounds. Okay, that will give you, go do the first round, do your reverse lunges, do your pistols, whatever progression you're going to use for your legs. Second slide, if you're doing bridges or sliders, you can do that. Third one, hand release press-ups. You can also do a wall climb. So remember, wall climb, hands on the floor, push-up position. As you walk your feet up the wall, you're walking hands in, up into a pike. You can decide if you're going to be at a 90 degrees pike or if you're going to go full up the side pike, straight wall, legs up the wall, pike. Do 2 rounds of that. Or your third option is to do 5 rounds of 10 reps of each movement. Okay, guys, decide what you want to do. You can also do option number 3, which is 5 rounds of 10 reps for everything, and then right at the end, your last set, you can do max effort. So that's also an option of doing that. That is your Thursday workout. Stick with us and we'll go through the warm-up shortly. Right guys, so you warm up for today. We're going to get warm for 5 minutes. You're going to run, you're going to row, you're going to skip, you're going to do jumping jacks. If you haven't chased the kids around the garden for a while because you're not so much in lockdown anymore, take some time out, chase your kids around the garden. Okay, then we're going to do 2 rounds. We're going to do 10 air squats, we're going to do 10 inchworms, 10 pushbacks, 10 single leg toe touches. Right? The air squats will get the squat warming, the glutes working up a little bit, inchworms, shoulders, lower back, midline, pushback for that shoulder and that overhead mobility, and that single leg toe touch to get those glutes firing. So air squats, we know, shoulder width apart, hips pressing back, hop, nice and deep, knees press open, chest up, try and get the hips back straight, knees open, stand. 10 air squats. Then we're going to go for your inchworm, chin tucked in, get a nice stretch to the hamstrings, chin tucked in, walk all the way forward, knees to floor, chest to floor, push back up, push back to the shoulders first, and then walk your hands back up towards your feet. Nice stretch hamstrings, open up the chest. 10 inchworms. Next one, 10 pushbacks. So you can start in a kneeling position. And we're looking for that lockout in the overhead position with this one, especially as more that overhead mobility. From there, tummy tucked in, lock the elbows out, push back to the hips and the shoulders. Stretch, hold, and then stomach tight. And take your time. 10 reps, nice and slow, all the way through. That'll be your pushbacks. Right, and then your last one is single leg toe touches. So we're going to come into standing position. We're trying to get as much hinging through the hip as possible. Same hand, same leg. Press back, touch, stand, open the hips. So lock out through the midline. Hips press back, touch, hips front. Make sure this hip knee line stays a nice straight line. Stomach tight, hips back, touch, and press back up. Whoop, keep your balance to the middle. Hips back, touch. Do 10 reps on the right, 10 reps on the left. Do 2 rounds of all of your air squats, inchworms, pushbacks, single leg toe touches. 2 rounds should be nice and warm. Then we're going to review your movements. Okay, so that'll be good warm up. If you don't feel your warm after 2 rounds, do an extra round for your 3 rounds. What we're going to do now is whatever you're going to use for the workout, we want to review those movements and make sure that you're warm for the workout that's going to come. So if we're going to do pistols, we've already gone through in the workout briefing, your pistols, make sure that knee stays nice and straight, hip stays square. If you're not doing pistols, you can do box pistols. Sitting on a box, you can do reverse lunges where you're stepping back into a lunge, or you can do an air squat. On the air squats, if you want to add some weight, and you're looking to make sure you can perform these movements safely with good mechanics, good technique, without pain, without an issue, so that you can perform your best when it comes to the workout part of the movement. Your hamstring sliders, either you can find a spot to do those hamstring sliders, or you can do a glute bridge, either with your foot on the floor, or if you can put your foot up on a couch or a chair and get some extra height, get some more work out of the glutes. Do enough reps on your left or your right to make sure you're comfortable with the movement there. And then the last one, handstand push-ups. So starting on the wall, you do some pushbacks if you need to do some more overhead shoulder mobility. Hand do these push-ups on the knees, hand do these push-ups into strict presses, feet up into a box for those pike handstand push-ups, feet all the way up, strict handstand push-ups, or if you not necessarily, if you've got the mobility and you've got the strength to go all the way up the wall for a wall climbing back down, but you haven't got the strength for a handstand push-up, you can do a wall walk. If you want to get your shoulders nice and warm here and do some kind of a kipping on the kip for the handstand push-up, then you can do that as well. Okay guys, and then perform, say 5 to 10 reps of each of those movements, whatever you're going to use for the workout. Take your time with it, do 2 rounds. Make sure you're nice and warm, okay? You're going to battle, particularly if you're going to go for option number 1 where it's a max effort, you're going to battle to get a max effort or a true max effort if you're not properly warm. So spend a good 10 reps on each movement, 2 rounds of each of those 10 reps. Make sure you're firing properly. Do whatever option you're looking for. Spend a bit of time on some more movements if you want to do that. And that is a really simple Thursday workout. There is a lot of work to be done that you can do if you take your time in finding the right scale. Okay guys, and have fun with it. Enjoy the session today, Thursday.